have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Philadelphia 76ers come in for this one. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
In for Jason Richardson. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
Sixers head coach Brett Brown used to coach in the Australian League, also the former head coach of the Australian national team, so a wealth of experience in international basketball.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Cannon out there with Tony Roten. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Embiid. And it's Sims in the power forward. That's good. Well, Steve, a big moment here. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Mr. Incredible. Just an amazing story we have here, Clark. Here is someone who has had to scrap and fight every bit of the way, but now he's made it on his own to an NBA floor.
You know, he got passed over by all 30 NBA teams during the draft, but he stuck with his dream, and now here he is. I mean, let's hope he can make the best of it.
The 76ers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Well, the season numbers for this club really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
And guys, that allows their opponents to play very aggressive defense if they choose to, knowing it's not a bad thing to send them to the foul line.
From beyond the arc, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. And Brett Brown caught on with the San Antonio Spurs for a year and a half, working as a volunteer, and obviously learning and absorbing from the best.
Yeah, he was 4 years as their director of player development, then an assistant coach for 7 years, and alongside Mike Brown, Jacques Vaughn, and Mike Budenholzer, all guys who have been head coaches or are currently head coaches, one of the many Spurs assistant coaches to become a head coach in the league.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team.
And there you have it, folks. The very first NBA bucket from Mr. Incredible.
Maybe not anything spectacular there, but he's not going to complain. Your first basket is your first basket. I mean, you're just happy to be a part of it out there.
Yeah, I would hope he wouldn't complain. He's now officially in the NBA scorebook, and that really, when you think about it, guys, that's an incredible achievement, no matter how it happens or when.
Both free throws good from Mr. Incredible. And for the Sixers, their new stat-driven decision-making permeates the organization from ownership, Steve, to the front office, all the way down to the coaching staff.
Well, it's where the league seems to be going, Kevin. You know, teams are trying to think further ahead and see opportunities for strategic advantages. But look, it's still a balance. You've got to have chemistry and coaching, and those numbers will come in play, but they can't be the be-all, end-all.
Cole, the pass to Mr. Incredible. From the stripe. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Mr. Incredible showing no stage fright. He's really making the most of his opportunity. Cannon kicks to Smith. Robinson dishes to Cannon. Here's Smith. Nails the wide open jump shot. Smith's got his second bucket of the night. 59 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Cole. Pass to Mr. Incredible. From 12 feet out, another one falls for New Orleans.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Into Smith. It's tipped off the screen, and that one's good. Smith's got 6.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
There's 25 seconds left to play here in the first. Here is Mr. Incredible, covered by Smith, and the shot is good. And it's 8 points for Mr. Incredible. And Philadelphia has possession, trailing by 4. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that was very sloppy in that first matchup. It was a poorly played game. And it turned into a blowout because they continued to turn the ball over and they didn't execute offensively.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And so he hits the technical free throw. Cannon, the pass to Noel. Off with the layup. Here's Cole. Cannot hit.
At the end of the quarter, let's hear it for
Substitution here for New Orleans. With he's checked in for Usher. Pondexter comes in for Tyreek Evans. Mr. Incredible, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Drew Holiday in for Norris Cole. Mr. Incredible in at 2-guard. Withy is out there with Anthony Davis. Holiday in at the 1 spot. That's the Pelicans 5. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Mr. Incredible. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Mr. Incredible's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And I think the sort of issues they had on defense, in part at least, was a bigger factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was on the road. You have to be sharper when you go out and play as a visitor.
Yeah, everything has to be tight. You can't be loose in any aspect of your game. You're fighting against the crowd and the opponent. You've got to be tougher mentally and physically if you're going to win on the road.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, incredibly, Anthony Davis, one of the league's rangiest big men, and it's rumored that he's still growing. Asked about it, Davis joked, "I hope not. I don't want to be 7 feet. It just sounds weird, but if I grow, I can't help it." He does, however, want to get stronger, though. Now up over 240 pounds, he's putting in work in the weight room. Sounds like trouble for the competition, Kevin.
That should help him hold his own inside, Doris. Thanks. And Holiday, here we go. Here's Mr. Incredible. Rebounded by Covington.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Holiday, 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
And a tight game here as we end the first half.
End of the first half. 1 half remaining for your...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. Continue to have smart possessions. Let's keep the turnovers to a minimum. That was a big boost to our offense. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense.
We have a close ball game. So this